Yo, what's up, everybody?
Skyman is tapping the fuck in.
And if you haven't heard already, hype as fuck, baby. Let's go.
It's your boy Ace Outlier. We're about to get hype as fuck.
What it do? This is TSD Chris with Trap Star Dreamers, and you tuned in with Hype as Fuck Podcast.
Hype as fuck.
Hype as fuck.
I'm hype as fuck.
I'm the bastard.
I'm G Blunt.
We are tongue tied.
Yep.
And we are hyped as fuck to be back.
What's up, Jesse?
I want to take a second at the beginning of this, and I just want to give you your flowers. Gladly be kicked out just because you came and said hello.
Are you ready? Because I know I'm ready. Are you ready to get hype as fuck?
Hype as fuck.
Hype as fuck. You're you're actually like our family for life. And even seeing you do the pod and stuff, like I'm proud of you. Like you're out there and like you do your shit. Like as soon as I saw you, I like wanted to hug you because you've been there for us. Like you're not just regular to me. You're Madback Jackson.
Well, shout out to Hype as Fuck Promotions. Shout out to Madback Jackson.
It's Mad Whack. Let's get hype as fuck, yeah?
Hype as fuck.
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 It's Rocky Rock. It's time to get hype as fuck.
But your boy Master K be sure to tap him for hype as fuck. Let's get it. Jill.
Jesse, get hype as fuck. What up?
I'm hype as fuck. Let's go.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Rawr. This is Toddy and you're watching Hype as fuck.
What up, what up? Welcome to another episode of Get Hype AF Podcast. I am your host, Madwack Jackson. And of course, we have another awesome show and awesome guests lined up for you today. So go do me a favor and tag your friends, share this out, and don't forget to drop some comments during the show so I can give you a shout out. And most importantly, ask some questions to get to know our guest. So, speaking of our guest, today I got the homie G Blunt with us. So, without further ado, G Blunt, what up, homie?
Yo, G Blunt here. What's up, Mad Whack?
G Blunt. Oh yeah.
Hey, let's go. That's who we want.
Oh yeah, we're about to get hyped today. So, for anyone who does not know, you can catch a previous episode with our homie on an episode previously titled Tongue Tied from a couple months ago. But for those of you who do not know, we're hitting you up solo. So why don't you introduce us? If you want to tell us, you don't have to. What is your real name? What is your artist name, even though I already told him? And where are you from?
Well, I'm G Blunt. My real name is George Blunt. That's my government name. I represent Tongue Tied Parasitic Productions. Originally, I'm from Philly, out the Philly area, Morton specifically. But I've lived all over the country. I lived in Portland, Oregon for years. But I've currently lived in the Sioux for 9 years now. So it ain't about where you're from. It's about where you're at.
Absolutely. We already have a question, actually. And before I forget about it, I'm going to go ahead and ask. Someone wants to know if the G in G Blunt stands for good. And if not, what does it stand for?
I guess I never thought of it. That's a good question. I'm going to think on that. But I guess I like good. Glass blunt. You ever have a glass blunt? Those are pretty cool, like a G blunt.
Those are my favorite, actually.
I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah. I guess it's just George Blunt. It's funny because I never actually thought of that to be my rap name. Like I've had a lot of nicknames, and I had other rap names I thought of kind of before. I didn't want to just go with G Blunt, but Baz was like, yo, you're G Blunt. So going through looking at all the G Blunts, there's so many, but I gotta be the only George Blunt. You know what I mean? That's actually G Blunt, right?
Yeah.
Like not every G Blunt that's out there is actually George Blunt, you know?
There's that many G Blunts, huh? I wonder what in the hell their G stands for. Now I'm gonna have to go research this shit now.
There was a couple of them. I mean, not a whole lot. Yeah, there was a couple of them, and I was like, yeah, I'm the G Blunt.
The G Blunt. That's right. So why don't you tell us, I guess, how long you've been doing this music thing?
I guess you can say officially for a little more than a year now. So yeah. If you want to get technical, I did do a song years ago with a friend in high school. Never really, it was kind of a little for our own, but that was just play around. I did play the trumpet for 8 years. I do like to remind people that I do have played in the band and all that. So as far as being a musician, yeah, I have that under my belt. But as far as being a rapper, officially, I've considered myself a rapper for a year now, a little more than a year. So.
All right. And what inspired you to get into, I guess, from going from a, excuse my terminology, don't take it personal, a band geek to a rapper?
That's a good question. I guess I wouldn't never even consider myself a band geek because, I did do band camp and all that, but I actually hated band. I really did. I really didn't like it a lot. I like dad kind of forced me to do that almost, to do something with myself that to transition to become a rapper, I guess I've always liked rap, I've always hip hop runs through my veins. I love rap. That's my passion, in a long period of time since when I played the trumpet, since becoming a rapper. So there is that too. But I would like to say that it does help me with my confidence. I've been on stage before, you know what I mean? So that there's that aspect of it. I'm not shy playing in front of people. So, and I thought about picking up the trumpet again, but my lungs, I smoke too much.
Yeah, no, definitely not throwing any shade on the band geek thing because full disclosure.
Yeah, the transition though.
Don't ask me to now. I used to play clarinet, so it's all good. No shade. But go ahead, man. Yeah, that transition. We already.
Yeah.
Baz is already in here telling me, but go ahead. I want to hear your side.
Oh, hold on. What happened now?
Oh no, Rob over here is making assumptions. That's what's going on. One day at band camp stories.
Oh, one day at band camp. Oh, we had we found as they say in the street. That's funny. I will say this. It helps me. It does give me that musical sense, of what to listen for and kind of what sounds good. And playing the trumpet broadened my. I grew up in a musical household, not a rap household, but a musical household. But I say the trumpet definitely broadened my mind in that realm. I'll listen to anything. I just love music, period. So.
Yeah, sure. How the weed just got to me. Give me a half a second for my brain to gather itself. Come on, all right.
You're good. I feel like I'm just yapping. I'm sorry.
So, who were your musical inspirations? I guess outside of band camp, who inspired you to move into rap? And you said you listened to that. So who are your inspirations?
That's a good question. From the beginning, I'd say the first rap album I bought was a Lil Bow Wow CD. I'm sorry, I didn't buy it. my parents bought that for me. They bought that for me for like Christmas or something like that. Now you're gonna listen to some rap music. This is what you're gonna listen to. But I quickly transitioned into I must have been like 13, 14. I went and got Onyx, Shut 'Em Down CD. I got De La Soul, 3 Feet High and Rising, and I got NWA Straight Outta Compton. Like I went to FYE and bought those CDs for myself. So yeah, that was like my ground foundation. But I'd say 100% my biggest, other than people that are close to me, like I mentioned before, my cousin, the Bastard, but Lil Wayne for sure is he's one of my favorite musical artists. I love that guy. I love Lil Wayne. He's one of my favorite. He to me, he embodies an MC and he embodies hip hop, for better or for worse. Yeah.
So
he's one of my biggest influences for sure.
On a personal note, I want to know what prompted you from being exposed to Bow Wow to walking into that store and going from Bow Wow to Onyx. Like, what was it? The album? Have you heard of them before? Like, what made that transition?
Saying it out loud is actually fucking crazy. Yeah. So what it was is I had an older cousin and a couple friends that would listen to a lot of stuff, but like they like knew I was at that age still kind of like they knew they couldn't let me listen to that stuff. But I was like, I remember I went to my cousin Wayne. I was like, I was in the backyard and I was like, I got the CD. I was listening to it in my little CD player. He's like, man, you should listen to this. You should listen to this. Like, if you're gonna listen to rap, this is what you're gonna listen to. And I was like, okay, like I'll take that recommendation. So I pretty much took his recommendations and ran with it. I really did my research. When I really got into it, I wanted to make sure I was getting a well-rounded, experience. Like this was in 2003. You know what I mean? Like Nelly was big, Ludacris was big, but I was like, no, let me go all the way back. Let me listen to some De La, some light stuff. Let me listen to some aggressive stuff, NWA, some good New York stuff. I wanted a good mix, and that's really where I had those CDs for years.
Good sounds.
Crazy story that. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like you're well-rounded, and that's a good place to start. Honestly, shit. Instead of just taking it for face value, you're like, no, okay, here's this CD, and shout out to the homies for showing you some better underground music back in the day.
Oh yeah.
But then to go and take that further and educate yourself and be like, I want to know what they're listening to over here, what they're listening to over here, because in that era, it was very much East Coast, West Coast, separation rap, and that explains your musical stylings. No, I get it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, this is another who inspires you question, but this one I just want your overall general who inspires you, not necessarily music, just someone in your life who inspires you.
Just speaking directly from the heart, the first person that came to my mind was my grandmother, my biggest, that was my everything. I didn't get too emotional or too deep into it, but yeah, my grandmother, I mean, she's been gone for a while now, but yeah, she was like there from the beginning, basically raised me, all that. And, I mean, my parents were there too, don't get me wrong, but like my grandmother was like a very, very, I was a grandma's boy, 100%. So yeah, I even would share songs with her, like, I listened to a new song, a Lil Wayne song. She didn't know what was going on, but I play it for her, yes. She's my favorite person of all time. For sure.
Oh yeah, I love that. Shout out, Grandma.
Yeah.
So you said you've gotten to perform on a stage before. Is this as G Blunt?
Yeah. So I was gonna actually say that was like the moment I decided to take rapping seriously. Like me and the Bastard, we were making songs and we already kind of had plans. We were doing the open mic, it was still kind of vague at that point, but we did the talent show in October of 2023 now at this point. And it's been a while. Yeah, that was fun. I don't even know how it was at the college. We don't go to the freaking college. We did. I heard the message. I shouted out the professor that was hosting it. And he was like, "Yeah, sure, come through." We came through. We did our couple songs. It was like about for like 64 people. It was a nice little turnout.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. For a college venue, that's real good.
Yeah.
So the reason I have another question the reason I ask is because I want to know for you personally, how do you prepare to go on stage? Do you have any rituals or anything like that you do, or how do you prep?
That's a good question, and I would actually like some advice from anybody out there in the audience. I've seen some of your guests recently. I have nothing. I remember listening to the song over and over again, being super duper nervous, not feeling my legs. There was no, and we went out there and we did it. We did a good job. But I think the main thing that I learned was just making sure that I had my song down pat, not stumbling on my words and everything, knowing right when to come in. That was where I was making sure I was practicing at. So that was kind of but I would love advice from anybody who's done performances, because it's, when you're doing it, that was crazy. So that's my answer.
I haven't done much, but I can, from personal experience, I could say you're on the right track. Just practice, and honestly, the more you do it, you just kind of naturally get more comfortable up there. It's just something, because the first couple times you're just you want to go up there and you're like, I'm gonna be hype as fuck, woo! And you're just so nervous, and you're at least for me, not speaking for everyone here, but for me, I'm just like standing there and I want to be hype, but I'm just so focused on getting my words out on cue that there's not much action going on. I'm just hyper focused. Get your shit right. Don't trip over a wire. You don't need to dance and fly around the stage. Just fucking get your words out. It gets easier. What's the point?
I appreciate that.
Now, the next question is the come down. What does it feel like? What is the high like after doing a performance like that?
That was great. I remember I think we went to the bar right after that, and I'm not a big drinker, but we went to the bar after that, I think, and had some drinks. But that was amazing. That was it was such a relief. I remember feeling like it was even when we got done and everyone was patting us on the back, we did a good job. That was awesome. But after the fact, we were standing out and all the people were coming, it was unreal. It really was. I mean, and it to some people it's not a big deal, but to me, it was literally I can't believe that went so well. People actually enjoyed it, and you're just on cloud nine. You really are on cloud nine. And I mean, I still thinking about it now, talking about it, I still get chills. I fiend for it. I want to do it again. It is a high, and you want to get out there and do it again. So yeah. It's that's the high. It's so good, I have to do it again. It really is.
Oh yeah. If you had the opportunity to go and headline any venue anywhere, where would you want to go?
Anywhere?
Yep, and you're headlining that.
I think a lot about it. Yeah, I think a lot about New Zealand. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, New Zealand. I don't know any big major arenas there, but I know for a fact in my brain that one day when I do perform in New Zealand, I'll have made it.
Oh yeah, music's a big thing over there.
As an artist,
I know people over there, so and they are heavy into the underground music scene. So that is I feel like that's a little hidden gem. Keep that to yourself. Keep that to yourself because you might be hitting onto something there, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think you're tapping into an untapped market. I think is what I'm trying to say here is because they get left out for real, man. So you go over there and you're gonna be hell yeah, you're gonna be making waves because they're gonna be like, yes, we've been waiting for fucking good music to come out our way because I know them over there and that's what they want, man. They listen to us. I fucking guarantee you. I wouldn't be surprised if you have a fan already. One of them, in fact, is watching right now. Shout out my homie Rick. I see you, bro. Thank you for watching. So,
yeah, thank you.
On that note, who you bringing with you? Give me at least 3 artists, whether they're your homies or mainstream, that you're gonna bring to open up that show with you.
Well, I'm definitely bringing the Bastard. Off of pure principle. I mean, these are my cousin Wayne, and then shout out to homie Jordan Ramsey. Yeah, that's my homie that I made the song with back in the day. Yeah, I've kind of been working with him a lot recently. So yeah, I'd like to get him out here. And then DAD's my cousin Wayne. Yeah, at him, and then obviously the Bastard. So yeah, those 3, I can for sure see us shutting it down. Oh my God, that'd be such a good show. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go see that for sure.
That'd be a show. Yeah.
If you could now, same kind of question. If you could work with anyone, we're talking right now, anyone dead or alive, who would you want to work with?
Mm-hmm. So okay, I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I could say a lot of names, but I'm just gonna keep it real simple because there's this artist in Philly. His name is Skrilla. I might have mentioned him to you before, but his name is Skrilla. He's like a drill rapper. He's still fairly new. He came out like this year or last year. It's something about him. Our styles don't necessarily match up, but but he gets on the type of beats that I want to get on, and he's almost on the same type of like energy I'm on. So I would love to work with this guy, Skrilla. Yeah. Shout out to Skrilla, Philly artist from Kensington. But yeah, I could say a lot of names right now, but he's been on my mind a lot lately. I feel like he's someone I can do something with for sure.
Oh, yeah. Now, have you had the opportunity? I know you are also part of Tongue Tied. So Baz aside, which for those of you who don't know, the Bastard is the other half of Tongue Tied. Who else have you had the opportunity to feature with so far and work with?
At this point, officially, no one. The Jordan Ramsey is someone who I'm working on with. I'm working with him on my coming EP. He's the person I talked about before. I made a song with him years ago. So I guess that kind of counts. But yeah, officially, yeah, he'll be I'll be featuring with him, but no one else. No one else. Yeah, not at the moment. No, I plan on it. I got a lot of big plans, but yeah, no one else at the moment.
We have a question in our audience from a Pete. I'm not going to attempt your last name because I'll screw it up. I apologize. But he would like to know how you feel about working with Gilly the Kid from Philly.
Oh, I mean, to answer that question, honestly, I respect Gilly as an artist. I don't think I could ever work with him. I mean, I could see myself obviously rubbing elbows with the guy, and I'm not selling my short on that, but I couldn't see a track with him. Shout out to Gilly though; he's a really good rapper. He really is. I don't even think he even raps anymore.
So before I get into some more questions, I know I have a little, I guess, a commercial snippet. Do you want to kind of tell us about that before I play that?
Absolutely. I try and keep this short, but that commercial really, to the brass tacks of it all, is what kind of started this whole journey, and I'm really glad it did. But so in the civilian world, I'm a vet nurse. I've worked at a vet hospital for 4 years. It's my passion. It's my career path. Rap thing don't work out. But no, I love animals. But I everyone at work knows me. I like rap. I'm always rapping, listening to rap. But I kind of got the idea one day, just fucking around, just writing a little song. Then it kind of evolved into a further thing. It's a full song. Believe me, it's a full song. And I just kind of spit in front of some of my coworkers, and then they're like, "Oh, that's actually pretty good," Then I was like, "All right, I'm gonna spit it for my boss." I spit it for my boss. I didn't think he was gonna like it. He loved it. Immediately, ran with it. So, it took me a while. Then I was like, "Okay, let me practice this song." And then that's kind of when the whole ad for the open mic popped up, because it took a while to get the actual commercial done. But so the open mic popped up. I met the bastard, and I went to the open mic specifically to perform my song. I was like, you know what? I wrote the song. I just want to just an open mic. Let me go, and just I don't care what happens. Whatever happens, happens. It was kind of history from there. But then other things kind of got shelved, actually, because obviously the bastard and I started working together for real, doing other things, and then eventually kind of came around to my boss like, hey, you still got that song? Well, I can help you get it on the radio for sure, because I got another, he's a big businessman. He's got this radio slot coming up. He was like, I'd love to use that. So we went to the radio station, me and the bastard recorded it, and my boss, he did his part later, and it aired on the radio for like a good 5-6 months. Yeah.
That is awesome. So just to make sure that I play the correct one, because I got three tracks. It is the one labeled SAH, right? And not the open mic. Yeah. Okay. All right. So
no, open mic is something separate. Yeah.
All right. So we are going to play the audio for this commercial right now, if it lets us. Hopefully it will.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jeff from Sioux Animal Hospital. We care for animals. Dogs, cats, horses, cattle.
Need us on the farm, we'll meet you there, or any kind of event at the county fair.
Sioux Animal Hospital is accepting new clients. Anything from a Rottweiler to a rhino.
We'll see snakes, birds, and lizards. Here in the Sioux, we'll be working blizzards.
The animals in your life deserve the best health care, so choose Sioux Animal Hospital.
For all your animal needs, rain, snow, or sun, Sioux Animal Hospital remains no.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could totally see how that would work. Yeah, no. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is where
there will be a music video.
It began. And there is a music video. There will be, is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah, there's plans for it.
So are we thinking like full-blown possible like TV commercial in the future?
Oh, maybe not TV commercial, but in all seriousness, though, of all the projects and everything that have kind of evolved out in this past year, a lot of these are passion projects. I really am passionate about all this, but I do have 3 songs dedicated specifically to the veterinary field that I would like to release for my vet-loving, animal-loving people out there. So, so it's a pretty tight-knit community, and I got a lot of support from them, actually, especially with the my song that came out. I was really surprised with how many of my people that I don't work with even supported me. So I want to make a song for them for sure, because I got so many ideas.
I love that. Again, I feel like another untapped market. Is there? I mean, maybe I just don't know, but are there other vet rappers too? Like, I mean, that not necessarily vets themselves, but just yeah, I didn't think so. You knew what I was getting at. Yeah, I don't think there's many people out there rapping about the animals and vet community. So good for you, man. That is awesome. And not only that, but you're rapping about, you know, something that you feel strongly about and you love. Real life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So before we get into some of these other tracks that we send, and I want to know a little bit more about your music background. So out of the songs you have now, whether they're out or not, do you have, and I'm talking about your personal collection now, do you have a song that you've done that is emotional, and it whether it be happy, sad, just, you know, brings up a lot of emotion for you?
You think? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. And specifically, yes, there is. Yes. Yep. It was designed that way too. Yep. It's something that we worked on, kind of in the cut. A real special project that we're working on, the Bastard and I. My version of it kind of stems from, I want to say, the being ostracized from my community growing up, you know, still having love for my hometown, but also talking about a lot of things that I went through growing up, you know. So yeah, that's all I'll say about that. But yeah, it's a song. It's done. I mean, I love it.
It's not out. It's unreleased. It's a secret because little secret.
Yeah.
Manager / boss is over there behind the screen going. So that's why you guys aren't hearing nothing. I already know. I know. It's good.
Yeah. I'm glad.
All right. So.
That was a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that was a good question. Thank you for asking that.
So what? I don't even know. Have you had to come across any haters yet? How do you handle your haters?
Yeah. I you know, I was talking about this today. That's the second time I brought it up. I handle it just like in life, you know, just in general, dealing with general public, right? But yeah, no, my song came out. I got really good feedback. I'm still getting good feedback from it, but you know, yeah, I had a little hater, and it was kind of like I took it as a constructive criticism. That's what I did. I didn't know how I would handle it until that situation happened, and that's how I handled it. I was okay. Thank you for saying that. You know, I appreciate that, and I'll consider that moving forward. Thank you for listening. You know, and that's pretty much how I did. I mean, I said it like that. You know, thank you for listening. You know, yeah. So,
hey, that's the best. I feel like the best way you could have handled that. You know, don't start an argument. You take it as constructive criticism and move on. Laugh at him. One of our comments says laugh at him. That's a good one too. I like to do that.
Yeah. Well, you got to, because I'm doing this for the fun of it. You know, if you can't laugh with me and have fun with me, then you know, screw off. You know what I mean? It's not for you then. You know, this is at the end of the day.
All right. So since it came up, I feel like it would be a good time to maybe play that track. Do you want to give us a little, I don't know, intro? What is the story behind G Black?
G Black, shout out to Jet Black. That's who produced the song. He's one of my main producers. Used to be my neighbor. I got, me and him work together now. But G Black's my first single. off my G Blunt EP. How everything came together was just so naturally, but I the Bastion engineered it, really, for it being my first song, kind of coached me through it, so I was really thankful to have that in my corner, that that advice in my corner. So it's been out for a month now. I hope everybody has been liking it. I even got a compliment today from someone random, like, who I didn't think would have listened to it. They're like, "Oh, that was a good song." I was like, "No way! Like, you listened to it? Like, thank you! Like, it's cool." Horse Girl, like, wow, that was so awesome. And then you listen to that music.
A horse girl. No, I totally feel you, man. Those are the best when they come out of, you're like, well, I didn't even expect you to listen to that one, but hell yeah, thanks. All right, so you guys, this one that we are about to listen to is called G Black, out now on all streaming platforms by G Blunt, in case you were sleeping under a rock. So we're going to play it now, but that doesn't mean you should not go give it a stream. Go look that up on your platform of choice and give G Black a stream. Here we go, you guys.
Got up on the mic and no, I don't think y'all expect that. Jet black, G-Blood. Got the crowd loud and screaming, that's who we want. Smoking on them spliffs, that's the size of them tree trunks. Whole squad smoked out, you can call it steampunk. Yeah, it's Jet Black on the track, this ain't G-Funk. Watch how these myth and legends all get debunked. I'ma throw it right up, you can call it reflux. Now bring it back like a redux. G-Blunt, Jet Black. Yeah, he got the beat sounding just like a death trap. Walk up in the building and we asking where our checks at. Yeah, we big and bold, I think y'all better step back. Smoking on y'all fools, throw you in the pipe like wet crack. Type to go straight to hell, they get sent back. Flying on this Jet Black beat, looking like I'm on a jetpack. No, we don't catch no jet lag. Fuck the beat up so bad, looking like a jet crash. Smoking on that mustard gas, look like different condiments. And I'm with a bad bitch from a whole nother continent. Yeah, I'm wondering where my conscience went. She wondering where the condom went. Yeah, that's word up, like a vow when the continent. Full of shit, me, I'm incontinent. We break beef down.
I'm word up like a vow on the continent. That's hard.
Send the chef my compliments. How he cooked the beat up. Now the Baz and I are at the table. It's time to eat up. Y'all seated beneath us. Yeah, I'ma go ahead and kick my feet up. Competition's about to heat up. I'ma need y'all to speak up if y'all want to defeat us. I don't give a fuck on what the ops are smoking on. G Blunt best not have my name spoken on, or you'll have broken arms.
Ding, ding.
There you go, you guys. Yeah, no lie, that was one of the lines that cut you. There was that last, I think, pretty sure it's the last verse, but there was a couple lines you dropped in there. I was like, damn, okay, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, G-Blunt, baby. Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, you guys, I dropped the link to for now on Spotify, how you could find that, to the link to that song, whatever I'm trying to say. That came out as backwards. I dropped the link to that song in the comments to Spotify for you guys right now. So finish watching this show and then go give that a stream, and make sure to follow the artist while you're there, because that makes a difference, you guys. That's why we're here.
Thanks, y'all.
Now, a couple more questions. What has been one of the hardest obstacles you've had to overcome as an artist so far?
If I can answer this honestly, the itself, like getting behind the mic and getting that song, getting it just right. That's one of the biggest obstacles right now I think I'm personally facing. The writing's starting to come easier. I love freestyling, but when it comes to actually getting behind the mic and like laying the song down, I'm learning that obstacle. I'm learning how to overcome that obstacle.
So you're more a freestyle rapper, it kind of more or less transitioning into writing. Is that kind of more or less safe to say?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Do you find that transition to be difficult? Which one is it? Does freestyling just really come natural to you? Because to me, that would be, I'm not even, no.
For me, and I'm not going to sit here, I'm not like a god tier freestyler. Before becoming a rapper and doing all this stuff, I just would do it for fun. You get in the, cypher with your friends, smoking, drinking, whatever, and it's freestyle. So yeah, I guess in that sense, when I'm having fun, like, but me, I've never been too much on the academia side of things, unless it's some, like I'm not, for me to sit down and write a song, like write a line, get up and do 5 other things. So like I'm learning how to focus my creative energy to that, and like I'm finding other ways, like freestyling, record myself freestyling and writing that down, kind of doing that type of thing. But yeah, it is hard. It really is hard, because now I don't want to say I'm taking it, because I am taking it more seriously, but the freestyling was the fun element. The writing of it is like, okay, let's get down to brass tacks. What are we really saying? How are we saying it? How are we presenting this? That to me, and me and Trinity were talking about this earlier. This is the real art of being an MC, is the writing. So I really am focused on mastering. And in a way, I think writing helps you become a better freestyler.
Do you feel there's and I'm asking because I genuinely don't know, are there more rules in writing versus freestyling?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I mean, wow, yeah. I would say yes, there are more rules in writing than there are freestyling, because I think I'm gonna go ahead and say this in freestyle in general, right? You're just kind of off the top, from the bottom of your heart type, whereas in writing, there's so many different mechanics behind it, and different, like, that's when you're really like kind of looking at yourself. And I mean, you look at writing through the ages and poetry, haikus and sonnets, there's so many different ways to organize that rhyme. It's intimidating. When you're just freestyling, it doesn't matter what you're saying or how you're saying it, as long as it sounds good, So, and like, you can mess up in a freestyle, you know what I mean? You can say, most people just gloss over it,
Right.
I feel like you're not really,
right.
Personally, I don't feel like you're much in the spotlight in freestyles you are written. And me personally, I feel like my peers as an MC, they're going to judge me more for my written abilities than my freestyle abilities. But that's me. I don't know. Yeah.
No, that makes sense to me, because I mean, when you're freestyling, unless you are recording every single second of your life, you know, those things aren't going to be set in stone. Like you said, it's just going to kind of get glossed over. But whereas you're putting something out there and distributing it that you've written, it's going to take a lot more criticism and see a lot more eyes and ears, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, be a lot more analyzed. So, what are some of your strategies and ways to grow, or in other words, your 5-year plan?
Okay, I get in that. I keep saying we. I mean, you know, me and Trinity, the Bastard do work as a partnership, but I've really been coming up with a lot of ideas in that regard. So, like, I want to obviously, you know, make a lot of music. You know, I've been focusing on at least trying to write a 16-bar verse a day, if not every other day. We, you know, making sure that we're recording at least, you know, once or twice a week. You know, schedules and all that pending. But, you know, so having that product on hand, right? Product on hand, having that ready to go for when it's ready to go. So just amassing that, but also do a lot of networking. You know, not just making the music, but hey, like, listen, I'll make music for your vet clinic. You know, I'll make music for your dispensary. I'll make music for your, you know, whatever. I can make a song, a jingle for you or something like that, a little rap song, because this is what we do. You know, I want to kind of take that angle of it and kind of offer that service to promote myself too. Like, yeah, yes, I'm versatile. Like, yeah, you can go look at my personal catalog. This is me, just reflects me. But you can also look, hey, I did. I also want to kind of take that angle because, again, I'm having fun. If I can come up with a little rap jingle for, you know, the local tire shop, you know, why not? You know, so I do like that angle. I'm not big on social media, all that. Like, I'm on there, but I don't know how to navigate that, you know. So I'm kind of playing my strengths, selling myself to the people, you know, in person, you know. So
sure, the old-fashioned face-to-face personal conversation type thing.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna sit here and writing raps about tires. I'm just using that for an example, you know. So, but I've got. With that being said, you're gonna see some things here in the near future that you'll start to understand what I'm meaning. So, yeah.
All right. I want to take a second to remind my viewers to please ask any questions if you guys got them. And then, what keeps you motivated?
My cats.
I just got a mental. I just got a mental image.
Figure it out. No.
A mental image of you and your cats just being blazed out of your mind, and the inspiration for G Blunt hits. Just, I don't know. That's the music video I'm picturing right now. Okay, just a bunch of fucking you and a bunch of stone cats laying around in the living room, just smoking blunts now. Fucking G Blunt.
No, at this point, the thing that's been motivating me, honestly, Mad Whack, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, is you, the Bastard, the audience, everybody. Like, I didn't expect to get this reception that I did. I didn't expect to get this part I did. Y'all really motivate me. Like, you guys hype me up. You know, this whole experience in this past year of working as a rapper has even put me, like I said, it put me in touch with an old friend I never thought I'd hear from again. Like, you know what I mean? That's insane to me. So that girl come up to me today and tell me something. So that I don't want to sound cliche, but that genuinely motivates me. I didn't think I was good enough. I never thought I was. I never thought I was. I had my heart set on stone in my career path. I mean, I'm always going to have that career path and have that passion, but I never thought I'd be good at rapping or be a rapper until the Bastard's like, yeah, you're good. So I have you telling me, hey, you're good. I got my friends telling me, hey, you're good. My brother's like, you're actually good. My cousin, hey, you're pretty good. I'm like, really, you guys? You really think that? Well, okay, I'll keep doing it because I'm having fun.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. And we actually do have a question from DJ Lucius would like to know specifically where you would like to see yourself in the industry in 3 years.
In the rap industry, I do want to see myself performing more at a local level. I know for a fact in 3 years I will, as long as I'm consistent with the rap guy. I will have made a pretty big catalog. That's the plan. But yeah, I definitely want to see myself performing at a local level. The Michigan, northern Michigan area. There's the whole Canadian side. I'd like to, they got a lot of them over there. So I definitely want to be doing more. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
That's
now. This one is how do you maintain your fan base?
How do I maintain my fan base? That's a good question. I mean, it's not hard because it's not very large at this point, but I mean, I've always been making sure to talk to them, get their honest opinions about it, make sure to continue sharing my stuff. I say some of my biggest fans are like my closest friends and family at this point. So that I don't have them going, but the broader sense, keeping everyone informed. And I say again, shout out to the Bastard. Big shout out to the Bastard. Has definitely helped me with my social media presence a lot. So made it easy for me to just kind of log on to my Facebook and share, a G Blunt official post. That's pretty convenient. So and yeah, actually that's also, I see that dropping music at random. I've been also, like I said, building that catalog in order to do that, so full projects and little exclusives here and there. But yeah, I'm always gonna make sure from this point on, now that I'm officially rapping, I'm gonna make sure always to have consistent music for my fans.
Now, this is absolutely based off your own personal opinion, but what in your own mind will tell you made it as an artist?
Yeah. I could probably sit here and give you the answer, when, like I said earlier, performing age in New Zealand, or when I bought the house for my mom. I really was ruminating on that for a second. I think to myself, I feel like I made it now. I made it already further than I ever thought I'd make it at this point. Like I said, I scoop horse shit and deal with, cats clawing at me on a daily basis. The fact that I'm doing podcasts now, and again, just some of the other opportunities that have been presented to me just in this past year. I'm happy. I got a song on Spotify. Like, come on, like for me, that's a big deal. So it's still unreal to me. So I feel like, yeah, as an artist, I've made it now, and as an artist, not as a famous person or this or that. As an artist, yeah, I made it now.
Oh yeah,
I'm happy with where I'm at.
I love that answer. That's a great answer. Good for you. Good for you for accomplishing your dream, man. No matter how big or small, that's fucking fantastic. Yeah, all right. What is some advice you would offer for an upcoming artist?
Oh, okay, that's a good one. Some advice. Do not tell anyone that don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. That's for sure. That's number one. Even if, even in the face of adversity, just do it. That, I don't know, the follow your heart and all that stuff. But yeah, this is a good one. Be true to yourself. Be honest with yourself. That's the main thing. You have to really be able to look inside yourself and really battle some things and kind of look. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror as artists, because you're gonna say some things that people are gonna throw back at you, and you have to be willing to take that. You know what I mean? You have to stand by what you say. Yeah, that's that. So you in order to stand by that and not be wavered by it, you have to be true to yourself from the beginning.
Absolutely, that's great advice. Best advice offered, honestly, is just be true to yourself. We do have another question. It is somewhat similar to one we asked earlier, but we're going to get a little more specific. If you had the opportunity to work with someone in the industry, who would you like to work with?
Okay, I'll give you like just a quick top 3. Number 1, Vinny Paz. Number 2, I'm going to go all over the place here. Chief Keef. And number 3, man, you know, I wish I want to say this, but if I can get a KRS One featured, that'd be so amazing. KRS One would be like an honor to have a verse with him. But yeah, Vinny Paz, Chief Keef, and KRS.
All right, hell yeah. So I am down to my last 2 questions. So I'm going to remind my viewers one last time to drop any questions you have, and have you tell us about this other open mic track that we can play today.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is open mic number 1. This actually kind of came about again during maybe the second or third. We did about a handful, like 5 or 6 open mics, and maybe after the second or third one, I said to the bastard, I was like, hey, you know, we have these jet black beats. You know, for one of our open mics, let's just do a performance. And, you know, you write a song on one, I'll write a song on one. And that, like I said, that was like this. So this was written. This is one of my first like real written pieces. Next to Sioux Animal Hospital, this is like my next real attempt at writing too. So I just said, hey, let's do it. So we did that, and then we recorded it recently. So I was like, you know what, let's just record it and just, you know, send them out as exclusives. You know, just like, hey, you know, a little single. This is just something we did, because it's actually pretty good if you ask me. But yeah, so we performed these at the open mic. This one, I performed mine at the open mic.
All right, so we're gonna give this a listen. Check this out. I'm excited.
This is fun. This is a good one.
Yeah, tongue tied. G Blunt, Jet Black, you already know what it is. Huh. Came up out the mud like amoeba. G Blunt, you know me, I'm always smoking Chiba. But you couldn't spot me like a cheetah. They say life is hard by the yard, but it only gets better when you meet her. Sparking like the filament, got me acting ignorant. Off the top of the dome like I'm in the firmament. Existence ain't permanent, but it ain't worth enough unless you ain't earning it. Yeah, I'm learning ya, topic should be concerning ya. Yeah, they got me wondering how Jet Black keeps his beast thundering. I'ma keep on plundering, I'ma tighten now. Tune Force Gear 5, been enlightening now. Everything I'm writing down or typing down, I'm feeling light and wow, life exciting now. I think they full of shit and that and etc. I think they need enemas, lotion for their skin. I think they got zits, yeah, I think they got eczema. Yeah, I'm out this nebula, far above the ceiling event. No, I'm not hesitant, I'm always in my element. I keep it moving, but I stay in the present tense. Yeah, I'm done apologizing, I'm all done agonizing. I got my life back together, organized it. Yeah, no more fantasizing. Yeah, it's becoming reality. I know they still mad at me. This a tongue-tied funeral and a Jet Black beat casualty. Yeah, yeah, get ready for part 2.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I am so fucking ready for part 2 already. Fuck yes.
Oh, part 2.
And I agree, Rob. I totally hear that Esham vibe too. Totally. I hear that. That was dope. That was dope.
I seen Esham recently.
Oh, hell yeah. Fuck yes. That was badass. So yes, one of our, if I forget this question, oh my goodness. Our loyal watcher, Rob, would like to know what your favorite pizza is. I think we're cutting out a little bit. Did you?
Something happened. Yeah, just a little bit. I can hear
Yeah.
you now.
Did you? All right. So our Rob Gates would like to know. He asked the question. His infamous question every show is, "What is your favorite type of pizza?"
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Okay, wow. Okay, that's a good question. I like the ones with the feta cheese and the spinach on it. Yeah, that's really good.
Oh, all right.
that's a good one.
That is some good shit. I'm down with that too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So my last two questions of the show. I need you to get hype and tell us your most hype moment. I don't care what it is, what it's about, just something in your life that you're like, this was hype as fuck, because this is hype as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, like, I seen a rodeo, and I seen a fucking rodeo clown get flipped up, and he got flipped up like 20 feet in the air, and it was like towards the end of the rodeo, and it was like crazy. And I was like, oh my God, I hope he's right. He's all right. The guy's all right. But the whole rodeo was hype though. But that moment was like crazy. I still kind of play that in my head. Yeah.
I guess something like that when you're in Colorado, rodeos are pretty common. So you've seen that multiple times. I can see how that's pretty hype though. Yeah, yeah, that's some crazy shit to see. Thank God the dude's all right, obviously.
Yeah.
And the infamous last question of the show. What is your favorite dinosaur, my man?
Oh, pterodactyl. I love pterodactyl because they fly as hell. Yeah.
All right. So I guess I have a follow-up question. Are you excited for that new Jurassic Park movie?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I wasn't the biggest fans of the Jurassic Worlds as I was the original Jurassic Park, so I look forward to seeing what they're doing with this.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested. It seems like they're going a complete different direction, and from what I was told recently, they're going to be more book accurate, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Hey, can I ask you a question? What do you call a dinosaur that can't see?
Do you think he saw us?
Yeah, she got it. Yeah. Do you think he saw us? Yeah. Got it.
Hell yeah, I'm glad I got that one. If I missed that one, I would have had to kick myself in the ass big time.
That's funny.
Oh yeah, man. Right on. Thank you for coming on the show today. I had a blast as always. You guys, your friend back there with us, I'm talking to you too. You guys are always awesome to have on the show. It's always a good time. And as always, I hope you know you are more than welcome back on the show anytime. So next time you got something big coming up, you want to talk about, announce coming up, whatever, just hit us up. And actually, before I let you go, I forgot to give you the floor and talk about, is there anything we can expect from you coming up that you are allowed to tell us?
Yeah, I can tell you a little half linger things, but yeah, we got Tongue Tied project coming out in about a week. That's gonna drop on the 15th. Looking forward to that. We got I got my album going to drop. That's dropping sooner than later. I got my Vet Tech raps coming out. They're coming out sooner than later. And then I want to say in 2 or 3 weeks, big surprise from the team over here. Gonna love it. So that's gonna drop here pretty soon as well. So yeah. And then I'm gonna be on Let's Talk Ghosts in a couple weeks as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. So
That is right. You can catch him on an episode coming up with my wifey here in a couple weeks. Let me see if I can get the date if it's on my thing. When is it, baby? The 20th of this month is Let's Talk Ghosts with G Blunt, aka that one is George Blunt, by the way. So when you see the flyer, you're like, what? But that is going down the 20th, so don't miss that. And on that last note, drop your social media handles. Let them know where they can find you.
So it's at G Blunt Official. That's on everything. Yeah, it's on everything. So at G Blunt Official.
All right, hell yeah.
I'm gonna make sure to get it 100%. Yeah, that's it. 100 G Blunt Official. Yeah.
All right, so you heard it, man. Go follow G Blunt Official on all your social medias. Go stream some music. Expect an album coming up soon, and some other big news that we will more than likely be able to be talking about later on this month because we have an interview with Tongue Tied. So come check us out again. It's the 22nd, you guys, and we will be able to talk a little bit more about some of the stuff that we're not talking about now. But thank you so much for coming on. I had a great time, like I said. You're more than welcome to come back on. I will see you later on the month, but if you want to come back on and do some more solo stuff, you're always welcome. And I want to send you off with over 1 billion streams on every single thing you do with every single one of your affiliates, associations, all that shit. Over 1 billion streams, fan. Go fucking kill shit. And most importantly, thank you. Stay hype and have an awesome rest of your day.
Thanks, Mad Wag. You too. Yeah. Let's get hype as fuck.
Much love. Let's get hype as fuck. Thank you, man. All right, you guys. That was G Blunt. Please go follow my guest. Look for him on that episode with Wifey coming up. And also be sure to tap in with me Monday because I have another episode with Blind Logic coming up, as well as Tuesday I got a super fun crossover type episode with the Dr. Dank radio show, so go check that out. If you like the show, donate some stars. If you want to donate some cash dollars, you can do that by finding some links in my bio. It is never required, but it is always appreciated. Shout out to every single one of you for tapping in. Wifey, I seen my mom in here. Thank you. Shelly, Rob, DJ Lucius, Peter, thank you. Hopefully I got that name right. Let me double check. If that's not your name, I'm up there like an ass. The Baz, thank you for tuning in. Anyone else I may have missed, thank you for watching as always. Yes, Pete, thank you for tuning in. That's it, you guys. Like I said, stay hype and come chill with me Monday and watch some Blind Logic with me. Until then, much love. Mad Whack out.